Luke, obviously a lot of big catches at wide receiver. Just how long have you been really working on that outside of your first year here? And then do you think that can be a real weapon for you going forward?
Yeah, I'd love to say it was just, a spur of the moment kind of thing, but it's something that I've been preparing for a while. I mean, like you said, I've been doing it for, since my freshman year. So it's kind of like riding a bike. You never really lose it. But it was kind of one of those things that, we said we wanted to, mess around with this, and, we just kept working at it. And, when the time was, when it was the time to call and, get me in there, I mean, just going back to my technique and trusting the system, trusting my craft, all that good stuff, and just going out there being confident and making plays, doing whatever I can to, help the team.
How long had you been working in the receiver room kind of leading up to week one, and what was it like just sort of building that connection with Spencer as a receiver versus as a quarterback?
Yeah, I think it was, it's been a lot of fun. Obviously, it kind of makes it easy just because we both play the quarterback position. So he has a feel of what I'm going to do, and I kind of have a different perspective on it, obviously playing the quarterback position, seeing different looks, knowing what to get to. But I also know kind of what Seven is thinking, which makes it pretty easy for us to connect on some things and kind of have the same mindset about, maybe some look we're getting that we're going to check, into something different. Just little things like that, might not kind of just go unnoticed, but there is like a silent, I guess you could call it connection, but communication between us that, we're on the same page pretty much all the time.
You kind of touched on it earlier a bit, but there's a history with this group of guys switching positions to kind of help this team where they can. Just how excited were you for your opportunity to get to do exactly that?
Yeah, I've always said it. I'm a team guy. I'm going to do whatever it takes to, to get out there and help the team. It doesn't matter what capacity it is. If it's, me being on a headset or me having a headset on the sideline, watching defense and making calls, and that's what it is. If it's me out on special teams or playing wide receiver, then I'm all for it. So I think that's always how I've been, and I know, obviously, like you said, the history behind it. Obviously, those guys are the same way. Just any way that we can help the team, we're going to make it happen.
You mentioned your perspective as a quarterback giving you a different look at things. Did you notice anything with some of the offensive line struggles or anything you could pinpoint just from a quarterback's perspective? No, bottom line, we just got to play better. That's really what it comes down to. And it's not just the offensive line, it's everybody in the building. At all positions, coaches included. We're all in this thing together. It's not just the blame doesn't just fall on one group, one person. It falls on everybody. We didn't get the job done Saturday, and that's, we came in yesterday, we watched film, we fixed the stuff that we got to get fixed. We'll continue to do that throughout this week in preparation for Furman, but we're not focused on what happened on Saturday anymore. We're turning our heads to the next game, and that's Furman this weekend. So we'll like I said, continue to get better each day and come out strong.
Luke, kind of sticking with that, but after watching the film, how much of the problems or issues you and the rest of this offense solve are fixable? How much of that is fixable going into Furman in these next couple games?
All of it's fixable. When you watch it, it's all just technique. That's way easier to fix than some other problems that we could have had. I think when it comes down to it, it's just spending a little extra time, and that's, like I said, it falls on everybody. Just spending a little extra time working and perfecting the things that we do, on the practice field, and preparing, the right way each and every single day. Just taking a couple extra minutes a day to look over film, playbook, practice, whatever it might be for you, to get your body right, to get your mental right, in order to come out and play well on Saturday. So it's not just, like I said, it's not just one person; it's everybody.
What did Coach Beamer have to say to y'all? Like, what was his message in turning the page?
I think it was the same thing, really. Just that wasn't us what we did on Saturday. I think A lot of it just goes back to the little things that we didn't do during the week, and then they show up on Saturdays. So it starts on a day like today, like a Tuesday practice. It starts there, and we had a pretty good day today, and we're just going to carry that momentum and keep stacking the days into Saturday. So that's pretty much all it was.
Luke, off topic here, but there's been some news about the pregame entrance that you guys have going through some changes or tweaks. One, have you seen them? And two, do you think there need to be any changes?
I have no idea what you're talking about, if you want me to be honest. All right. Appreciate y'all.